Welcome to the Amazing Car News channel.
Think of the 2022 Volkswagen ID.4 as the spiritual successor to the original Type 1 Beetle, but with an emissions-free twist. The base version of Volkswagen's first electric car even has its single electric motor mounted in the rear. All-wheel drive is optional, though, and opting for that puts a second motor in the front. Driving range is decent at up to 260 miles per charge, and with DC fast charging, the battery can be replenished quickly via public charging stations. While it lacks the driving verve that we appreciate in other VW models, the ID.4's interior is quiet and relaxed when cruising. The ID.4's almost entirely digital dashboard gives the interior a high-tech aesthetic, but it takes some getting used to, particularly the infotainment system that features quirks that may frustrate some users. For its second year on the market, the ID.4 receives only minor changes. A new auto-hold brake feature is now standard, and the SUV's DC fast charging speed improves from 125 to 135 kilowatts. Volkswagen also says that the ID.4's driving range will be longer for 2022 but hasn't said by how much. The ID.4 is offered in Pro and Pro S trims, with the latter coming with more standard equipment. We'd opt for the entry-level Pro and use the money saved to pay for the optional $3,680 dual-motor, all-wheel drive powertrain, which boosts horsepower and improves performance. Engine, transmission, and performance. With the single rear-mounted motor, the ID.4 makes 201 horsepower, but the dual-motor, all-wheel drive model pumps out 295. Towing capacity is a stout 2,700 pounds. Regenerative braking helps recapture energy when slowing the vehicle, but the familiar one-pedal driving that EV drivers have come to appreciate is largely missing here, even in the ID.4's most aggressive regenerative mode. Also lacking is the traditional gut-punch acceleration that electric vehicles often provide. The rear-wheel drive ID.4 isn't slow by traditional compact crossover standards, but its 7.6-second run to 60 miles per hour in our testing demonstrates that it's far more laid-back than quicker EV competitors. Going for the more powerful all-wheel drive model sharpens the ID.4's accelerative performance, as evidenced by its 5.4-second jump to 60 miles per hour at our test track. The ID.4 handles less sharply than some other EVs, but we appreciate its smooth and refined ride quality and quiet cabin. For now, the EPA estimates that the ID.4's 77.0 kWh battery pack is capable of holding enough juice to power the SUV up to 260 miles between charges, which puts it in the mix with other electric SUVs such as the Hyundai Kona Electric and the Kia Niro EV Unfortunately for VW. That's far less than the 330 miles of EPA estimated range for the Tesla Model Y. The battery can be charged at home on 110 or 240 volt connections, of course, but is also capable of DC fast charging. Thanks for watching.